Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Anita, and I'm coming at you today with my currently inked pens for the month of October. Let's get into it. All right, y'all saw that chaotic start that I was off to. I don't know. I guess it's just Struggle Bus Wednesday, and my inky fingers are a testament to that. Just ink everywhere. Oh well, it happens. I haven't had a messy inking situation in quite a while, so I guess it was overdue. I've only got 5 inked pens, or 5 pens that I'm inking up this month, because I'm in the process of cleaning out pens, and then I am going to film when I go through dun 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 my inked pens that have been carried over for a while. We're going to see what's going on with these pens. But some of them may need to be cleaned out. What's that? Oh no. Dropped a pen. All right, let's get into this. For today's mini swatch fest, I have got my glass dip pen to, no, it's not a pen, it's a spoon, it's a glass spoon. And I'm using it to swatch inks because it's so easy to wipe it off and keep things clean and keep things moving, because I need every little bit of help I can get because it's one of those days. I've also got an old shirt I've cut up, and I've got my inks off to the side and my 5 amazing pens ready to be showcased. First up is the TWSBI Eco in the colorway Heat. I had to look it up. I totally blanked on the name. My gosh, how do you forget the name of your kid? This pen has a stub steel nib and is currently inked with Diamine Grotto. This is from the 2024 ink event calendar, and I'm pretty sure I said it in a video. Yes, I think I said it in my September currently inked. I realized that I didn't make swatch cards for my ink event calendar inks, and that's what I use to pick out what inks to pair with what pens. So if it's not been swatched on a card, it doesn't exist, pretty much. And yeah, that's what happened. I had these inks for 9 full months. I only used one of them because it caught my eye when I filmed the video last year of the ink vent inks. I'm looking forward to getting the calendar. I guess it's coming soon. I have both calendars this year. The color vent, which I didn't get last year. I was like back and forth on it. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to feel overwhelmed, but I don't care this year. I'm getting it anyway. And of course, I have the Diamine coming because I just love it. I got water off to the side because this is a sheening ink. I can see the sheen on the spoon. That's wild. All right. And this is, I love this pen. I haven't used it in a hot minute, which explains why I blanked on the name. So this is a TWSBI Eco with a stub nib, and the colorway is Heat, and the ink is Diamine Grotto. Was looking at the ink samples that I got early in September, and I didn't have something that I wanted to pair with the pen, so I went with the next best thing. This is an extreme sheening ink, which I 100% believe it, but we'll see how I like writing with it because I don't really care about sheening. I guess unless it's distracting, we'll see how it goes. I know I'm not a big fan of blue inks that sheen red because it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like too much. A subtle sheen is fine. A crazy blinding sheen is just a little over the top for me. Next is the Jinhao X159, And I'm calling this color olive because that's what it looks like, olive green. This pen has a fine steel nib, and it's currently inked with Pennonia Zoldike Greenfinch. I picked this up from Van Ness last month because I was looking to try inks, specifically brands that were new to me. Not necessarily new, because I just don't try to keep up with trends like that, but brands that I haven't used and that are pretty unfamiliar. Like I know of the brand, but I just haven't tried any inks. So I wanted to kind of learn a little something about some inks that I haven't tried before, some brands that I haven't tried before. And this is my first Pennonia ink, or one of the first. I don't remember if I have more than one or not, but this is very pretty. It's a spring green, and I wanted to do emotional olive, but that was too easy. I said, no, I'm going to wash my pens, and then I will enjoy emotional olive probably in November. So this is the Jinhao X159. This was one of my early fountain pens, and I still like it. It's got a fine nib, and the color is olive. I don't know if it really is, but I think it's a good name. And the ink is Pennonia Zoldike Greenfinch. Very pretty. I like it. It's very, I don't know. Yeah, that's shining. I like the color. Next is, I almost put in ink that's very familiar in here, but I changed my mind. This is a PenBBS pen model number 491. This pen has a fine steel nib and is currently inked with a very familiar ink to me, Wearingeul Wayfarer. Now, I was going to put in Birmingham Pen Co. Carene because I did that during 30 Inks 30 Days, and I loved it so much, which that was the first ink I put in that pen that that I really loved. Before that, it was just, I couldn't quite find the right color, and I really wasn't vibing with anything that I put in there until my daughter, I think, picked that ink, that Birmingham Pen Co. ink, and oh my gosh, it was so great. It was so well lubricated. The pen felt really good. I enjoyed it so much. I'm really struggling today. Wow. And I got more ink on my hands. It's just the way it is today. Okay. PenBBS. This is well lubricated in here too. I did not attempt to draw up shimmer because it's a fine nib. I didn't want to deal with too much shimmer in the feed. And yeah, I love the color, so I don't have to have the shimmer, and it does sheen a little bit. 491. It's got a fine nib, and the colorway is Moon River. I don't even know if this pen's still available. I picked it up early on from PenBBS's shop on Etsy. And the ink is, I can see it sheening. I'm gonna enjoy this one. Wearingeul Wayfarer. I love Wayfarer. I love it. It's, I don't know, it just doesn't get old for me. And this is a 50 ml bottle, and I'm almost halfway through it. That's good. All right. Next pen is a Jinhao 10. I picked this up a few months ago. I don't remember. I just love these. I love the convenience of clicky pens, and perhaps fountain pen day, I will take the dive into a Pilot vanishing point with a nice gold nib because I love my my Pilot Custom 743. And I love my oh gosh, the name is gone. My oh, you know, the really inexpensive ones. I'll put the name down because yeah, I'm having one of those days and it's okay. Anyway, I love Pilot pens. They make their own nibs and that's just like, they're just wonderful. So yes, now that I know I like this quirky looking thing, I'm ready to get a Pilot capless pen. All right, the ink in this Jinhao 10, which is a mint gradient colorway, is, oh wow, I just said that everything wrong. Huh, I mixed that up. The ink in the Jinhao is Wearingeul Wayfarer. The ink in the PenBBS pen is Diamine Vibe. So I need to cross this out. Wow. I'm on a roll today. I'm really on a roll. Okay. And this is a Jinhao 10 with a fine nib in gradient mint. And the ink is still Wearingeul Wayfarer, but that's not what I wrote it in. It's so funny how this looks so, I don't know, it looks much lighter in a fine nib than it does in any other pen that I've used Wayfarer in, but that's cool. I wanted to see what it would be like, and I think I'm gonna like it. Man, I'm just on a roll with mistakes today, and mistakes and mishaps. It's just, like I said, it's just my turn, and I'm just gonna try not to break anything and get through the day. All right, so cross that out. That is a Wayfarer swatch. Now let's swatch Vibe. This is a sheening ink. I don't know. I picked it for the color because I like the color, but I didn't look to see what kind of ink it was. I just knew it wasn't a scented ink. I didn't want to deal with that. But man, I got some sheeners this month. You know, I wasn't trying to, but it's just the way it seemed to work out. All right, let's drag some of this down. It's very similar to Wayfarer, isn't it? It's very similar. I think it will be more similar in writing, but kind of see that teal color in the swatch. Ooh, I gotta clean that better. Yeah, usually I can wipe the ink right off, but these sheening inks, they're kind of sticky. They don't want to wipe off. All right, oops. Like I said, y'all, it's a struggle bus of a day. All right, let's do this again. This is PenBBS model 491 with a fine nib and the Moon River colorway. And the ink is Diamine Vibe, which I like the color, but like I said, I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of ambivalent about sheen. I just find it to be distracting at times, but I don't know. We'll see how it looks in writing. We don't swatch inks all day and just look at the colors, not really. Last pen has never left my rotation. It's always inked, but I ran out of ink. I did a dirty fill of my Pelikan M800 with Waterman Waterman inspired blue. Previously, there had been Iroshizuku Shinkai, which is kind of a muted navy, I'll call it. It's not like a bold, very saturated. It's a little muted. And I put another not terrible ink in there, hoping for the best, and it was fine. I wasn't crazy about the color, but it felt good writing. So I just wrote it dry, and now it's back with a new ink. This pen has a medium 18 karat gold nib, and the ink I chose is Teranishi Nighttime Soda. I love matchy matchy, and I just put another dark blue ink in the pen. I thought about lightening it up, and no, couldn't quite do it. This is very pretty. I don't know. It doesn't feel as lubricated as Wayfarer or Diamine Vibe going down on the page and coming off of the glass spoon, but we'll see what it's like in the pen. But the color's pretty. It's very pretty. And it does not sheen. Not the way those other inks are sheening, so I'm cool with that. Alrighty, this is the Pelikan M800 with a medium 18 karat gold nib in the colorway, I guess it's called Blue Black. And the ink is Teranishi Nighttime Soda. Very wet, but it's not hard to be a wet ink in this pen. So let's dry off these swatches, and I will bring y'all in closer to see what we've got. Oh, a little side note. This is the first time I'm inking up this Jinhao 10. I took some of the silicone grease that came with one of the mini TWSBIs I own and a small paintbrush, and I lubricated inside the nib, where the nib comes out of the pen, with the nib retracted to help prevent dryness, because these tend to dry out, and I have found that this definitely helps to mitigate that situation. So let's look at these swatches. Yep, that's definitely a heavy sheener. There's a lot of green in that there orange, and it does show up somewhat in the writing, so, but it's not too over the top. I don't think it'll bother me. This is very pretty. The Greenfinch, the Pennonia ink, I like that. It's very fun. Oh, it's nice fresh green. I can't believe I swatched Wayfarer and wrote with a different color ink, but they're similar, but it's not the same. But look how much lighter Wayfarer looks in a fine nib. That's pretty cool. I'm used to seeing it look more like this, maybe not quite this dark, but more like that. And the PenBBS with Diamine Vibe, definitely a heavy sheener. Wearingeul Wayfarer also has a sheen, but it's not as over the top as this. It's much more subtle. And it also has, Wearingeul Wayfarer also has a blue shimmer, but I did not get the shimmer in the swatch, and I did not get any, I hope, drawn up into the pen. So it'll be just a colorful writing experience without the extras. We'll see. Anyway, I like this. This is very pretty, and I have a type. They're pretty similar. There's just much more sheen in the Diamine Vibe. And then this, it just kind of goes with the pen. I can't get it out. Let's not drop the pen, because that would be not a good thing. I like those together. That's very pretty. It's a nice blue. So it's Teranishi Nighttime Soda. I am looking forward to writing with that. And it felt nice and lubricated in the Pelikan M800. But so far, this is the third ink I've put in the pen, and they have all felt nice and wet, which is how I like them. So that is it for this month. I will be filming kind of like a maintenance kind of video coming up. We're going to see what's going on with all those pens. Some of them are from April of this year when I did 30 inks in 30 days, and some of them maybe were accumulated in between, and I had to keep them all together. And I have more pens back in that case than I have put away ready to use. And I said, Anita, you need to deal with this. So we're going to deal with it together, and we're going to see how good these pens hold up over time. And yeah, that's what's coming. And I'm looking forward to this month to see how these interesting inks play out. Thanks so much for coming by for another video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.